Hey there, it's Liz from No Trace. Welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm going to show you how to make this adorable mini tote bag. A couple of years ago at a holiday craft fair, I got each of my daughters a bag just like this from another maker here in town, and they just love the bag. They still use the bag. They put little hair supplies in it or art supplies in it, and I knew I had to figure out how to make it and make one for you. So that's what we're gonna do today. So let's go. In order to make your mini tote bag, you're gonna need 4 pieces of material to make the straps. These are all 12.5 inches long and 1.5 inch tall. Then you're also gonna need 4 pieces of fabric to make the outer layer and the inner layer of your pouch. And my pieces are all 10 inches wide and 9 inches tall. So I have 2 for my outer and 2 for my inner. Then you can also, if you want to add a little bit of bling to your bag, have a little piece of 3-inch ribbon or a 3-inch piece of strap that coordinates with your other layers. The first step is to assemble your straps. So what you want to do is put 2 pieces of strap material with the right sides together. So I'm using one of my outer, a scrap from the outer fabric and a scrap from the inner fabric, right sides together, and we're going to stitch along the long edges with a 1/4 inch seam allowance. So over my machine, I'm going to lift my presser foot and just sew pretty close to the edge with about a 1/4 inch seam allowance all the way down. And once you've stitched one side, just go ahead and repeat on the other side. Once you've stitched the strap pieces together, you're going to want to take a safety pin and clip it to one end of your strap. And then you're going to thread it all the way through to turn your strap right side out. Now, the larger the safety pin, the faster this will go. And if you sew a lot, you might want to get a tube turner, which makes this even faster. So I'll show you how to use that as well. So just push it all the way through and then gently pull the fabric off the back end as the safety pin moves forward. And once the safety pin makes it to the other opening, just gently turn your tube right side out all the way, and then take your pin off. Another way to do this is with a tube turner. So that's this tool that has a little ring at one end and it has a little bitty hook at the other end. So you want to get your tool inside the strap, push that hook to the opening of the strap, and then you want to hook the little hook onto some fabric. Just get a pinch of fabric and then just gently tug on the tool, on the ring end of the tool, so that the fabric turns right side out. And you want to, sometimes this little hook will hook on other fabric as you go, so just be gentle with it. And your tube is right side out. Next, you'll want to make sure that the ends are all turned out nicely, and then you can kind of roll the seam in your fingers to try to make your strap widen a little bit. So just feel that seam and make sure that the fabric isn't too bunched up along the seams. And then we're going to take this to the iron and really flatten these out. So again, just make sure that the strap is laying as flat as possible, and then just press it at the iron. Flip it and get the other side. Again, make sure that you can kind of roll those seams out so that they lay nice and flat. And then with the iron, press on them. And repeat that for the other strap. Once you're finished pressing each of the little straps, we're going to go ahead and do a top stitch on both sides with about 1/8 of an inch seam allowance. After you're done top stitching both sides of each of your straps, you can go ahead and set the straps aside for now. And what we're going to do next is assemble our panels of the bag. So let's start with the outer layers. We're going to put them with the right sides together, and we're going to be stitching around all 3 sides, leaving the top opening. And I'm going to add a little tag that says no trace over on one side. And then I'm also going to add this little ribbon. It just gives a little bit of personality to the bag, and it's what I saw on the bag that I bought my kids that I thought was cute. So we're just going to add a little loop just for fun, and we want it to stick out about 1/4 of an inch, and then go ahead and pin that. And then we're going to add a couple more pins. I don't need a ton of pins because I sew so much, but when you're starting, you probably want to use more pins. And then we'll go ahead and take it to the machine and stitch all the way around with a 1/2 inch seam allowance. All right, back at the machine, 1/2 inch seam allowance. And we want to do a back stitch at the beginning. So go forward a few, backward a few, and then just straight down. As we get near the strap, we're going to go over it a couple of times just in case the little one in your life wants to tug on the strap so it really stays put. And then reverse. And all the way to the corner. When you get to your corner, when you're about 1/2 inch away from your corner, go ahead and lift your presser foot, keep the needle down and turn the bag, and then continue down the next side. So I've stitched these 3 sides, and I also did a little back stitch where I started and where I stopped. So now I'm going to do the same thing with my liner fabric. So I want to line it up with the right sides together. So this is a solid, there is no right or wrong. But if you have a print, you want right sides together. Make sure all your edges are lined up nicely. And then put some pins to keep things together. I'm just going to do a few pins like this. And then again, I'm just going to stitch these 3 sides. Now that the inner pieces are sewn and our outer pieces are done, our straps are done, we're ready to assemble the bag. And the way we're going to do that is we're going to turn our outer pieces right sides out, just like that. Make sure those corners are pushed out. So I have a little chopstick. I'm just going to get my corners pushed out nicely. Okay, and now I'm going to insert the outer fabric inside the liner fabric. The liner fabric is still turned wrong side out. Okay, so just get that inside and push it down into those corners. Okay, now what you want to do is find your side seams with the inner and the outer fabric and line them up nicely with each other, and go ahead and get a pin right there to hold it in place. Repeat that with the other side seams. Make sure that they are aligned, and then get a pin in it, and make sure that the outer is inside there. And now we're going to add our straps in between these layers. And what I like to do is use the sides, and we want this to go pointed down, and we want to line up the sides 2 inches away, line up the straps, 2 inches away from the sides, okay? So we're putting this inside the bag between the 2 layers. And actually, I'm gonna flip it this way so that the outer layer of the strap faces the outer layer of the bag. Get that inside, and now I want the straps to be 2 inches from the edges, and I want my straps to stick out about 1/4 to 1/2 of an inch. And get a pin in there. And repeat that on this side. So this strap, which you can see here, is 2 inches away from this seam. Well, now it is. Now it's 2 inches away, and I have about 1/2 of an inch of the strap sticking out. Okay? And you want to try to make it as parallel to the side seam as you can, so that it's not in your bag at a crooked angle. You want to try to make it nice and straight here. Okay, so 2 inches from the edge, and then go ahead and pin it. Okay, and then flip the bag over and repeat that same process. So I am placing the outer layer fabric so that it is touching the outer layer of this. And again, I'm lining up the strap with the side seam, so it's 2 inches from that side seam. And you can also line it up with the other strap so that when you have your bag in your hand, you'll see that the straps are aligned. So you can use the other straps as a guidepost too. Double check that your strap didn't get twisted in here. I know it's kind of hard for you to see, but I can tell it's not twisted. And then I'm lining up this strap with the other strap, and I'm pinning it just between these 2 layers. Okay, so I still have, these layers are not all connected. Okay, this strap is between these 2 layers, this strap is between these 2 layers, and then these straps are between those 2 layers, so that I have a bag that I can use and actually put things inside of. Okay, so once the straps are pinned and they look like they're going to be pretty well lined up, we are going to take this to the machine and we're going to stitch all the way around this top edge with a 1/2 inch seam allowance. We're going to leave an opening on this side, so we're not going to stitch this area closed. Back at the machine, you might find it helpful to take this this large sort of carriage part off your machine and set it aside so that you can just sew around this part of your machine. And we're going to start right just before this strap. It doesn't matter which strap, just start right before one of the straps. We're going to do a 1/2 inch seam allowance. Make sure to do a back stitch at the beginning. Oops, little back stitch. And then as we sew over the strap, we're going to reinforce it. So we're going to go over it, take that pin out, and then go back, so reverse stitch over it again, and then go over it once more. And then when we get to this strap, we're going to do the same thing. So we're going to take our pin out, sew all the way over the strap, and then reverse. And repeat that on the remaining straps. All right, we're at the last strap, so we're going to go take that pin out, we'll go over it, and then reverse, and then go over it a little more, and then just go slightly off the strap and then back stitch and stop so that we have an opening to turn our bag right side out. So we still have this opening to turn our bag around. So go ahead and take the pin out and then use the opening to turn the whole bag right side out. And get that lining into the bag. Oh my goodness, it's so cute. And use your fingers to roll out the seam along the top edge, except for the open spot. But we want this area to be as flat as possible. And then we're almost done with our adorable mini tote. So we're gonna go ahead and iron this flat, iron this top seam flat all the way around the bag. Now if you have an ironing board, this might be a little bit easier, but you can also just do it on a flat ironing mat like this one. Just get the iron in there and reposition the bag as you need to. And as you're turning the bag, you want to also double check that your seam is still laying pretty flat. And get this spot as well. Okay, now we're ready to sew. Okay, back at the machine, I still have the big storage drawer off, the little shelf off, and I want to start at the opening here over on the side. So go ahead and get this open area under your presser foot, and we're going to go all the way around with a 1/8 inch seam allowance, so real close to the edge. Now I'm not doing a back stitch when I start because I'm going to come back around to my starting point at the end, and that's when I'll do a back stitch. I'm back at my starting point, so I just want to go over my original stitches a few times with a few stitches, and then reverse, and then go over them once more, just a few stitches, and then we're done. So your final spot should look like that. All right, so the last steps are to check the bag for any loose threads. So I'm going to trim these from my last row of stitches. And there's a couple here. I don't see any other loose threads, which is kind of surprising. And the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to give it just a little press so that it lays nice and flat. So just like that. Oh my goodness, it's so cute. I think my daughters might fight over this bag a little bit. Thanks so much for watching this video. I hope you get out there and make some cute little totes for the little ones in your life. Please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the No Trace channel to get notified about all of our videos. We put out a video every single week on zero waste sewing and crafting and living tips. So I'll see you again very soon.